Alrighty. Hey y'all, my name is Ben. I'm just I'm like a redneck Buddhist, or I'm a Buddhist, I'm a redneck, I love everybody kind of person. I'm Hillbilly Redneck, I reckon. But anyway, didn't really want, we're okay, man. I'm making this video because y'all are, some people are testing my patience. I've been studying Buddhism for 20 something years. Been a Buddhist. So anyway, recently on the Twitter there's this young lady, very pretty young lady, wore this Qipao, which is a traditional Chinese dress. And there's a little firestorm there on Twitter, people going crazy, you know. Cultural appropriation. Man, as somebody who has delved into Asian cultures through my study of Buddhism, and I love it. I love Asian culture. You know, Indian, Japanese, Chinese culture, specifically those three, and well, Vietnamese food, which is Vietnamese food is like the best food on the planet. I just love Vietnamese food. But anyway, so this young lady, I guess, you know, hell, I'm a Buddhist, so I guess I appropriated the Asian culture, but, you know, I don't know. Since I'm mostly white, I reckon, you know, hell, I'm from the hills, so I reckon, you know, the family got some Cherokee in us. You know, my grandmama, well, my daddy's mama was pretty, you know, supposedly she had a great-grandmama that was Cherokee. I don't know. That's family lore. You don't never know. But my grandmama, my daddy's mama looked really, really, really Cherokee. But anyway, this young lady on so I'm Buddhist, man. I got like Japanese art. I really love the Asian culture. But anyway, this young lady on wears a Qipao. And some old American dude, some little American dude there, he's like, you're appropriating my culture, and it's like he tells the story and whatnot. Here's the deal. So I don't know. So I go on looking. Let's see if I can get a little bit better picture of me there. So anyway, I go on looking at I'm curious. You know, you done piqued my interest there. Let me educate myself on what people from, like, you know, Japan or China or whatever, how they feel about cultural appropriation of foreigners wearing their clothes. Dear Lord, you know, hell, Gitmo's still open. Flint ain't got clean water, but let's worry about some 18-year-old girl's dress. That's important now. Oh, dear Lord, get the pitchforks and the tar and the feathers. So anyway, I go in, I start looking at what's going on. Like, let's go and see if I can find some videos of people who are not quasi-culture, not somebody wearing an Adidas t-shirt, something American wearing and that old boy who called her out, his hands ain't, hey, you live in a glass house, son? Why are you throwing stones? So they dug up some sensitive stuff. Ain't nobody's hands clean. That's why I love everybody, because we've all done some messed up. We've all said messed up stuff. Ain't nobody perfect. Anyway, so I go digging around, looking on the YouTube there, and trying to figure out what's going on, right? Let's see what somebody in, like, Japan and China, well, specifically, I started with China and stumbled upon Japan. See what the people in those countries are actually thinking. Guess what? They think it's awesome. They're like, yeah, man, that's cool as hell. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. I want to be honest with you. I'm paraphrasing. Excuse me. But, whoop. But they're like, no, that's cool, man. Every last one of them. Like this dude in China, his name is Winston. I watched some of his videos before. He was a little abrasive at times. I mean, I can see why people might not be fond of him, but I enjoy his videos because it's a good education about actually what life in China. I would love to move to, I'd love to move to Japan one day because the Buddhist, I'm like I've incorporated a few schools of Buddhism into my study, and I'm pretty much I really like the Nichiren. I also use Zen, and also use a lot of Taoism too. I incorporate all three of them, but I'm really into the Nichiren. Nichiren. Used to go to Nichiren Shu Temple there. We, I chant in Japanese all the time. It's Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Is what we chant in the Nichiren. And the Nichiren Shus will do the Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. But so I'm all into these cultures, and so I looked up old Winston. Winston put out a video today. He's a South African gentleman, white African American. Whatever, man. He's a white South African dude who lives in Shenzhen, which is right there in China, if you're familiar with China geography. Shenzhen is the port right there. It's right across from Hong Kong. Okay. So old Winston goes on the street there, and he's like, shows a picture of somebody, a white lady, wearing a Qipao, and everybody on the street was like, man, she looked good. Yeah, I didn't, no problem. Oh man. See, this whole cultural appropriation thing is like nobody cares. And you're saying, well, you can't cultural appropriate a minority something. And I don't know if y'all knew this, but got a little secret for you. Got a secret for you there. The Chinese people are the majority. There are more Chinese people on this planet than any other. Chinese people aren't a minority. They're the majority. Yeah. Not saying that's good. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying that's real. Just because in your maybe in your county, hell, they are in my county, they're definitely a minority. There's nothing but, I live in the hills, y'all. Well, I live at the base of the mountain, but still. I mean, the hills are, what, 3 miles up the street? No, I ain't gonna lie. 10 miles up the street. You're in the hills. The hills. I'm just right at the base of the mountain because, I'm country, but I still don't like cold. I mean, it's cold enough, but it ain't bad. It ain't up bad, at the higher elevations, But, oh, dear Lord. I think when I see cultural appropriation, to me is just a celebration. I mean, I understand. Okay, here's the deal, though. If you're mocking somebody, I understand that's, if you're showing appreciation for another culture, that is fine. I don't have any problem with that. If anybody wanted to appropriate my culture, whatever the hell that is, I don't know what's that. Another thing, you see, here's the deal with me, and also I believe in samsara, which is the cycle of, it's like birth, life, death, rebirth, birth, life, death, rebirth. It's samsara. It's fueled by the three poisons or the three fires, which is ignorance, anger, greed. Just some Buddhist stuff, wheel of life, Buddhist. Anyway, so in my opinion, I've been everything, man. You name a race, you name a religion, you name a sexual preference, you name a career, you name a socioeconomic class. I've been it all because I believe, I'm Buddhist. I believe all this stuff is eternal. I've been around forever, y'all. It's my spirit just keeps on getting recycled until I extinguish the three fires. Is how you stop this cycle of samsara, this cycle of rebirth. So, anyway, I'm going to leave in the little description box. I'm going to figure out how to do this YouTube stuff because I'm going to start making videos because I'm trying not to be so distraught. I'm trying to stop the ignorance, the anger. The greed part I'm good with. I'm not too greedy, but I get, I'm definitely ignorant. I'm so ignorant. But I believe I've been everything. And I think if everybody understood that we are, just everybody's been everything. You've been every race. You've been every religion. At least it's what I believe. Could I be wrong? Hell yeah. I ain't paying. I mean, this is what I believe. It's faith, and I have no proof for it. But you know, it's what I believe. And also the thing about with me and Buddhism and in general, could I be wrong? Oh yeah. Oh, I know I could be wrong. I've been wrong so many times in my past. But this is being with Buddhism. It's really put me on a path of love. And I think that's where we're missing a lot of stuff is love. People are all motivated by, I don't know what they're motivated by. They're motivated by hate. They're trying to be like, I think people got so many skeletons in their closet. They're like, man, I don't know, y'all. Anyway, I reckon the point of the video really is to the young lady who was in the prom dress who caught hell. Good for sticking to your guns and just saying, nah, man, I look good. You look good. She was beautiful. Number 2, I'm putting the videos down there. You can watch them yourself. People in Japan, like Japanese people in Japan, Chinese people in mainland China, they don't care. They think they appreciate it. They want their culture to be celebrated. And it's just some American whose hands ain't clean, who lives in a glass house, is trying to be all holier than thou. Didn't like it. Didn't like it in the 80s when they used to do that stuff, you know, with the whole homophobia thing, or not even, it's not homophobia, it's just bigotry. But I didn't like it back then. I don't like it. I'm all about peace and love. So anyway, I'm just, like I said, my name is Ben. I'm just a hillbilly redneck Buddhist. And I hope y'all learned something. Man, just love each other, man. That's what it's all about. Just love each other. All right. Peace, y'all. I love you. Peace.